Teens are supposed to find people older than them uncool. It's a circle of life, it's nature. I remember being younger, I remember being 17 or 18 going to a club, and I literally remember clear as day turning to my friend and went, what's that 30-year-old doing here? You know, I used to think 30 was ancient, and I'm happy to inform you I don't need new knees just yet, and my back's only clicking once or twice per week. So far so good. My advice for Gen Z, bear with this old crone. So if I could advise any of you watching who are Gen Z of anything, it would be to define your own type of cool. So I don't think it's helpful always to follow societal standards of what is cool, and I know that's difficult, but I think if you define for yourself what you think is cool, what you're happy with, what your goals in life are, and follow that, you're always going to be way happier. Don't spend time trying to keep up to these standards, because at the end of the day, once you achieve those mythical standards, they're going to have changed anyway. Look at body types throughout history. The people in my magazines were heroin chic, stick, thin, skinny white women who looked like they needed a long stint in rehab, because that was the look. The baggy eyes, the I've not slept for 48 hours kind of vibe. And now the aesthetics completely changed, where it's the big bum, big lips, basically black features are being idealized, but not for black women, but for these ethnically diverse women. So beauty standards are always going to change, so don't define who you are against those, because really it's forever a losing battle. I'd say let other people wear what they want to wear what you want to wear too. Don't fall into this generational cycle of contempt. Don't become the new fashion police. I mean, it's all fun and games and stuff, but I have already seen TikToks where Gen Z are making fun of Gen Alpha, whilst also saying millennials are making fun of them. Like, let's not get into this weird abuse cycle. It's just not helpful, and I think it's a bit counterproductive when you want to see good change in the world. I think another great piece of advice is to have friends of all ages. I have friends who are in their mid-50s, I also have friends who are in their 20s, so I think it's good to have people around you of all age groups. That way you're always learning, you're always having different points of view from you, and it's not always just inside this echo chamber of your own lived experience. And also, go easy on the cancel culture. I mean, it won't be long before Gen Alpha are looking through all of your decisions with a fine-tooth comb and criticising you. And to be honest, everyone's going to be cancelling themselves in the future anyway, when we all realise we never should have been eating meat, so. Also realise social media isn't real life. Don't compare the morning mouth version of yourself to the post-showered version of somebody else. It's not helpful. And if this means anything to anybody out there, for me, I wouldn't go back to being a teen or an early 20-year-old if you paid me. I feel like there's such a certain sense of liberation that comes with getting older, more self-confidence, less of giving a crap about what other people think about you. So if you are in a situation where you don't feel really confident, know that you have this to look forward to. So what is next? Well, I think it'd be a real pity if the two generations that have the biggest potential for change, Gen Z and millennials, were too busy infighting with each other to actually go out there and make a change. So I do think it's important to put our heads together and completely eradicate misogyny, racism, white supremacy, rape culture, abuse, you name it, and also while sorting out the hot mess that is our planet. So less of the TikTok beef, more of the real life. Let's make real cool decisions together. This sounds really vague, but you know what I'm trying to say. I think we have more in common than not. We're all concerned about mental health, being more eco-conscious. So, you know, us millennials can be your cool aunts and uncles or non-binary relatives, and Gen Z, you can just keep on trying to cancel all of our favourite TV shows, which looking back have painfully obvious flaws, but we just didn't see at the time. In all seriousness, I'm kidding. I think it is important to work together, and you know, Gen Z, you can learn from millennials' mistakes, so you don't have to make the same mistakes as we did, whilst you can keep us all young and cool and hip and relevant, because I'm a cool mom. So as usual, I would love to know your thoughts down below. If you're not already subscribed, I'd love to have you on board. I make videos about a large range of topics because I won't be pigeonholed. So if you did like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again around these parts soon. Take care, bye.